Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here. Come at you with another TTM Mail Week recap episode for you. I believe this is episode 920, I want to say. There's been a lot of episodes, so going to be recapping what I picked up as well as got in the mail throughout the week. Some highlights from that. Also, just a quick announcement. There's still plenty of time to enter the 1,200 subscriber giveaway. It's just a comment response, and if you guys go and check out that video that's previously recorded about a week ago, you can go and see how to enter that, and there's lots of prizes being given away. There's still wide open. Nobody's even put in for the Tony Atlas wrestling autograph, the Nick Turturro celebrity autograph, and the ink cartridges, which is fine. I mean, I might give away something else in instead if nobody ends up entering for that. I just figured I'd throw that one out there in case somebody had that kind of printer or took that kind of ink. So, but yeah, there's at least 3 that aren't even claimed at all. And it seems the football mystery box, the autographs for Hakir sweeps shopping spree, and I think the baseball photos have been the most popular so far. So. That's pretty awesome to see, but would love to get a ton of participation in that. So yeah, so definitely go check that out. I'd like to celebrate with you. So I guess where do we begin? We will start with a baseball return. I'm finally on the board with my first Junk Wax Challenge return. This is Mr. Steve Wilson. Signed the 1990 score. So this is for season 5 of the Junk Wax Challenge that I've been putting on for the last 5 years. So finally got a return. That was actually sitting in my truck for after I thought I had already sent it off. I think I sent it like the 13th or so, so I got a little late start there. So now I can't win the contest or anything, but I just do it for fun with you guys. So I sent a few off to see who I could get, and so far that's the first one. So I got 1 point. Then we got another baseball return sent to a top prospect. I don't normally do that, but this is Mr. Michael McGreevy. So he's a young up-and-coming pitcher. So hopefully he'll make the big leagues one of these days, and you can see how he does. So seems like a nice young man. This feels weird saying because I mean he's not that much younger than me, but I'm still older than him, I guess. So makes me old. Then we got a few gifts from Chris Jasper on Facebook. He asked me if I had a Larry Dierker autograph from 2001 Topps, which I did not, so he had a few duplicates and sent them my way. And then he snuck in a couple more. He one of Frank Tanena's track cards. Fortunately, I don't think now he's not signing those anymore. I think they are copying them, but they're still cool. Frank Tanane is a pretty cool guy. I believe he's 2 or 3. I think he's 2 per now. He used to sign a lot, but a lot of people would send so much. And then I didn't realize. Oh yeah, Chris Bando, who I can never seem to get. I think it's Chris Bando. Played for the Oakland A's, right? I think. I can never seem to get him TTM. I've tried like 3 or 4 times. And that's usually too many for me. I usually try not to do 3. Or up to 3. So, and then it's actually I didn't realize he was a Christian. It's actually a track card in the back, so that's kind of cool. So very cool. So yeah, Chris Banda. So thank you, Chris Jasper, for that. I sent him a thank you over on Facebook, so I don't know if he'll see this video or not, but thank you, Chris. Next up, we got, I decided, it's been a while since I've sent to this gentleman. He's always kind enough to sign for fans. Great quarterback during the 60s and 70s. This is Mr. Billy Kilmer. Signed a couple photos. I found this really nice shot when they're playing against the Broncos. So I had to send one of those. So that'll definitely stay in the collection. And then he signed a couple for Bruce, which is perfectly fine. Or I signed one for Bruce and one for me, actually, my bad. So one of those is going off to Bruce. So I don't know if I've got Mr. Kilmer for Bruce yet, so his package will be going out to him towards the end of this month. So getting a few stragglers in. Also, speaking of Bruce, this one of these is going to be going to him as well. This is another female soccer player. I sent a few of these out to see if the addresses would work. This is Miss Sofia Huerta. I think she may be a Spanish from Spain. I can't remember if that was another young lady I sent to. I can't remember. But either way, got a couple photos signed by her. Excuse me. Then we got a Broadway actress and Hollywood actress, Miss Allison Bailey. She's currently performing on Wicked. So that's where I sent to. I sent to the via venue address there for Wicked. So I had to look that one up though. I had to Google it because it wasn't posted. So yeah. So and it came back forwarded from California. So I sent to New York and came back from California. So it must have found its way to her. And next one. This one's pretty cool. So some of you may know that I like to, when I can, send to like family members of past presidents, because obviously you can't get them. They've since passed away a long time ago. And President William Taft. So I sent a picture of him to his great grandson, William Howard Taft V, who's I believe a lawyer now, and he also just signed the paper that I include there just to kind of help protect the photo a little bit there. So extra autograph, extra little note there, so that's always cool. We also have or at least cover my parents' address up. This one's coming back, maybe. Yeah, we'll just show the back, whatever. Coming back in a USPS body bag. Yeah, I like the joke. It's back when I was sending colored envelopes. And it is dated, I don't know if you guys can see that, December 2016. So this is an old one. Hopefully the contents are still in it. But this is the only TTM I had for today. And didn't have any for Friday. So we'll see who this is. The initials are JS. So usually when I sent blue envelopes, it meant like a celebrity, like a male celebrity, or maybe like football or baseball. So we'll see here. Well, oh wow. This was actually for my sister, I think way long time ago. Yeah. There's actually there's a note from the post office that they found it. But this is Mr. Jimmy Schmitz. Unfortunately, he signed it to me, though. He did not sign it to my sister, but that's okay. I think I ended up getting him later on for her anyways, so that works out. So I wonder how long... It's got one of those coded stamps, which I don't remember using, so it has no postmark. I guess that's how I was probably able to get it to me, because they found that. The enclosed was found loose in the mail at this post office. It cannot be associated with any empty envelope or wrapper. We're unable to determine the cause or the location of the original entry into the mail stream. Please accept our apologies. So it's funny, my mom and dad were just over at dinner watching a mini series / movie about like post office and dead letters. It's like fictional and also true, all the same. It's like a Hallmark movie, so that's kind of funny. This is kind of like a dead letter, so they found it and got it to me. So that's pretty cool. I thought that thing was long gone. I remember talking to Elbow Sausage a long time ago about that. I was like, I never got Jimmy Smith's, and he was usually pretty automatic, at least one per. So that's cool. Finally got him back. Then I guess I don't know where I guess we'll start with the smaller cards here. So, Sean Hewick had asked me if I still had one of those Pat Swilling Monsters of the Gridiron cards, Swilling Chilling cards. And so I sent him mine and then just bought another one to replace it to change out the set. And coincidentally, one of those tubs that I bought from the antique mall, I think has the whole set in there anyway. So I didn't even have to do that, I don't think. But either way, I got it. So I guess one can go in the set, one can go in the binder. And then there are some stragglers from the little kind of trade with Klump's cards for the Robin Younts. So those came in. I think he said they came back saying postage due or something. So we got a few more to add that he had sent me. So some more Robin Younts for the PC there. And also, in one of the binder videos from the Antique Mall, I didn't even notice this during the video, so I just wanted to make mention of it. I found an Ichiro rookie card. It's not necessarily one of his more desirable ones, but this was the only Ichiro rookie I used to have a long time ago, so it's kind of cool to get it back. So, but hey, it's a Ichiro rookie card. And then I also found these in the bottom of one of the tubs. These sample cards from Frank Thomas, the franchise. And apparently, COMC, they're going between, in good shape though, between $30 and $80. So if these, unfortunately, they're dinged up because they're at the bottom of the tub. But if they were in good shape, like mint condition, they would, both of those cards technically would have been able to pay for the tubs. So that was kind of neat, I guess. So I just thought that was interesting. So that's the smaller cards. I did get a little mail day from, from Scott Masters. In case you're not familiar with him, he's in Canada and he interviews World War II veterans, Canadian, U.S., also some other veterans from other wars, and likes to record those and share them with his students as well as for personally, and then for the Veterans Breakfast Club. And as just a courtesy, he's been asking people that he interviews if they would sign autographs for me, as well as some other folks like Henry. He gets some as well. And in trade, I will try, when I write out to veterans or people like NASA or anything that might be something he would want to interview those people, I'd ask if they would be willing to go check them out. And we've been able to get a couple people to appear as well in the Veterans Breakfast Club, and as well as appear on interviews for Scott. So it's pretty cool. So he sent 3 letters. A couple I'd already gotten, but I guess they must have signed a couple more, so that's alright. Perfectly fine, but this is a new one. This is Sidney Gladstone. Let's go ahead and read his letter because it's not very long. Sidney Gladstone was born July 18th, 1925 in Toronto. He grew up in the city's Old Ward neighborhood, though he remembers moving around a lot when he was young and attending many different schools. Sid's grandparents had immigrated to Canada at the turn of the century, leaving behind the limitations and pogroms of Poland to find a new life in Canada. When the war came, Sid's father enlisted at the age of 38, and he ended up in the Royal Canadian Engineers working on the Alaska Highway. Sid was finishing high school at this time, waiting to turn 18 and join up in his own right. When the time came, Sid chose the RCAF, so that's the Royal Canadian Air Force, and he trained to become a navigator, going through the channels of the British Commonwealth Air Training Plan. As it turns out, Sid excelled at navigation, so much so that they kept him on as an instructor rather than sending him overseas. So Sid's war took place on the home front, and when it was over he married and returned to his burgeoning career, finding his place in post-war Toronto. Recently, Sid decided to try his hand at songwriting, and his debut as a 96-year-old veteran was welcomed in his retirement community and in the Toronto press. So that's pretty cool. It says, "Dear Caleb, thanks for including me in your project. I am inspired and very proud to be part of it." So Sid Gladstone, so that's really cool. So thank you so much for your service, Mr. Gladstone, and thank you for signing, and thank you, Scott, for getting this one for me. That's really awesome. And this is another one that Mr. Haley actually sent me one and a Christmas card. So they must have, Scott must have had another one there. And then Paul Fairbrook also, who we read previously on a previous episode. So very cool. Very awesome. So a couple more, or 3 more World War II signatures there. Then we have some purchases. So this is going to be for the Poldark autograph project. That's kind of been a while since I've done anything. This is Miss Beatty Edney, who plays Prudy on the series. So I picked up this 8x10. It wasn't very expensive. Came from the UK's, probably cost more to ship it than I paid for it. So, but she wasn't a very, I guess, prevalent autograph that's always around. So I figured I'd pick one of hers up. Kind of a minor character. And then there's also these kind of, comes with a certificate of authenticity too. There's also these cool, they use for packing. They're like, I don't know, like copies of paintings. I don't know. They actually look kind of neat. So I don't know if I'll keep those, or maybe I don't know if Henry S. would be interested in something like that if he wants those for framing or anything like that. But they look kind of interesting. And then, speaking of Henry, I think he'd probably enjoy looking at these. And as well, I think Retro Mickey would like these. I picked up some soccer autographs. I think there are a lot of Manchester United. I came across a Bobby Charlton autograph. There's actually 2 that the seller had. And they also had some others. The shipping was super high. And I was like, well, that's not really worth it to get an autograph for 99 cents, have to pay all this money for shipping. So I ended up being able to get all the ones that they had listed, pretty much for the opening bid or right around there. So it made it more worthwhile to get, I guess. So I don't really know who necessarily all these people are, but this is Ian Story Moore on the top. Brian Kidd, I believe, right? I can't see on that index card. This is Jim Nicholson on the top. That was one. Brian Kidd and Jim Nicholson there was like a bidding war for, but not Bobby Charlton, which was really weird. Let's see, where am I? Jimmy Nicholson, Teddy Sheringham. I have no idea what I'm going to do with these. If I'm going to keep them, if I'm going to give them away, or what? Save them. This one we know who it is. This is from like a magazine, Sammy McElroy. So I just thought they were cool. Here we go. Here's a newspaper clipping of Mr. Bobby Charlton. So definitely didn't have anything of him. One of the most popular soccer players, English soccer players ever. And then here's another one. It's kind of hard to see, but you see the guy leaping in there. He's signed there. So that's an old article from 1959. It's actually signed twice. I didn't even notice that. Down below it's signed again. So I got them for 99 cents, guys. Bobby Charlton. So that was pretty cool. And then we got Mr. Steve Koppel. And we got a coach, I think. Maybe not. Gordon Strachan. Signed index card with a stat sheet on the back. And finally, Ronald Frederick Atkinson. He was the manager for him. So, pretty cool. Again, I got those for like either 99 cents. Well, technically it was GDP, so it was more like $1.30. Either way, I mean, it was pretty cool. I think the Brian Kidd and the Jimmy Nicholson are the only ones that really went up anymore. So I thought that was pretty awesome. So that was a nice find there. So that is it, I think. So again, make sure you go check out the 1,200 subscriber giveaway, and make sure you go check out the prizes there and enter for some. It's open to all subscribers. So Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good rest of your weekend. I will see you all next time. Bye.